Today we're going to talk about using the mark to break the rhythm of the thrower. This is important because elite throwers can break the mark if given enough time, and they can throw very effectively on the live side. As a marker, you need to put pressure on both and know that you're not always going to be able to get a block against those best players. The goal is to force the thrower to look at the mark. If you can make them think about where you might be by covering more than a person and a half's worth of space, then you can effectively shut down even very good throwers. If you can't completely stop the break side, you can use defensive fakes so that the offense doesn't know where you're going to be. This will disrupt cutters who don't know where they can move, and it will disrupt handlers that are used to making sets of fakes to set up their best throws. In order to break a thrower's rhythm, you have to approach them jagged and unpredictably. This way they can't tell where you're going to be at any given moment, and you can cause them to guess for a few seconds. One of the things that we know about marking elite players is that good throwers will break the mark. What you need to do is disrupt them as much as you can and put some pressure on the live side. Here we're going to talk about defensive fakes. Nevin in his mark is going to be shooting out that live side hand whenever he can to make Sam think that that mark is there. Good. So they're flashing it out there, and you'll notice that Nevin is staying in position. He's centered on where he wants to mark, but he's occasionally flashing out. He's trying to break Sam's rhythm. So Nevin will start it here. Ready? Casey will make a cut. Try to break his rhythm. Good. Good. Nicely done. Good throwers want to get you into their move. They want to move you and take their shot. And we're not going to fall for those shimmies. We're going to break the thrower's rhythm. Good. Flashing that hand. Flashing that hand. Good. This is much more difficult to throw against because Nevin is not allowing Sam to size up exactly where he is. At any given moment, Nevin might be flashing out. Good. Flash that hand. Flash it. Good. If you can't completely stop the break side, you can use defensive fakes so that the offense doesn't know where you're going to be. Here's our drill to practice breaking the rhythm on the live side. Nevin has two things to stop. He needs to stop the break side. Good. And also, he's going to have a target here on the live side. Now, to make this drill realistic, Sam has to throw this throw very softly so that his receiver standing here can catch it with just his fingertips. That's going to allow Nevin to try to not only break up live side rhythm, but focus on the break side. Ready? Go. Good. Good. Now it makes this throw very difficult to have defensive fakes, and that's what we want in this drill. You'll know you're doing it well if the throwers are trying to break the mark every time because they can't rely on having an open side. Go. Good. Nice throw. And go. Good. Good mark. Nice job. You can use defensive fakes so that the offense doesn't know where you're going to be. Good. Good. Nice. Coming over a little bit too far? Yeah. Let's force him to go to Rio this time. Discant. Good. Good. Now we're going to increase the variation difficulty. Nevin's no longer going to be able to stand here and set up. We're going to run him into the play. As he runs in, Nevin's going to come in jaggedly, trying to throw little defensive fakes so that he can establish the mark. So Nevin, show us this. Coming in jagged, using some of that energy to force Sam to watch him. Good. Nevin, back to the start. So as the disc comes in, we'll have Sam clap it in, go, and coming in jagged. Good. Good. By coming in with defensive fakes, Nevin can stop a lot more of the field and get Sam to a higher stall count. Nevin, that's great. Let's do this now with a cutter. So Casey, go ahead and cut whenever you want. Ready, go. Coming in jagged, stop that throw. Good, good, good. Nicely done. Now we're able to stop that first cut without fouling, without getting too close, but coming in and throwing some defensive fakes. You can fill 1.5 people's worth of width. Go ahead and do it. You'll see Nevin is filling lots of space by coming in with some energy. Good. Good. Every mark that the offense goes through is another chance for us to force a turnover. Good. And back a little bit. Yeah. Good. Nicely done. Good. Good. Take the inside. Yes. Good. For this last drill, we're going to make it more game-like. Sam's going to have an unpredictable position here by throwing the disc to himself so that Nevin has to read and come in jagged to break his rhythm. So ready, go. Nevin finds that position, comes in throwing defensive fakes, and establishes the mark. Good. In games, throwers are most effective before the mark gets there, and Nevin's doing a great job of, no matter where Sam is, stopping his initial move. Ready, go. Good. Find that line, get into it. Good. Nice. Ready, and go. In order to break a thrower's rhythm, you have to approach them jagged and unpredictably. Good. Nice. You'll know that you're doing this well if the best handlers on other teams are forced to use 2 or 3 different break throws in a single game. If you're just in one position, they'll use their favorite combination of fakes over and over. You'll also know that you're doing this correctly if live side throws are forced to be really stretchy and throwers have to go to the extent of their pivot just to make sure that you won't bother them. Your defensive fakes have caused them to lose yardage or lose time that otherwise they might be sure of.